Hi. So we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. I've already primed my face, put foundation, and sculpted my eyebrows. We're going to go ahead and use M.A.C 213 brush and apply Limit from Urban Decay, the Naked 3 palette, all over the lid. Then just on the bottom part of the lid, we're going to go ahead and use the Milani Winter White Shadow Stick. That'll help all of our shadows to stick where we want them to stay. And we're going to go ahead and blend it out a little bit with our finger. Using the 213 brush from M.A.C again, we're applying Strange from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette right underneath the eyebrows to highlight. And then we're taking the blender brush by e.l.f. and putting Nooner right in our crease to go ahead and give our eyes some depth. I know this looks a little funny, but if you put some Scotch tape following the contour of your eye, you're able to keep kind of everything looking symmetrical to the other side. We're now taking the crease brush from e.l.f. and using Nooner and doing that V in the corner to give us more depth. Making it a little bit even there. There we go. That'll give us a nice slant to our shadow. Using the blender brush, we're using Limit again in our crease. And then with a little fluffy brush, we're taking some White Frost by M.A.C. This is going to be a nice base for our green shimmer that we're going to put on a little bit later. Just keep it on the bottom, don't go all the way up to the crease. With a very small, this is actually a concealer brush by e.l.f. But since I want to keep these shadows in a small area, I am using the Milani Runway Eyes. It's in Shamrock. It looks like a darker green, but if you wet it a little bit, which is what I've done here, it adheres really, really well. Then we're taking the same brush and wetting it again using some White Frost by M.A.C. Again to lighten it up and be a good base for what we're doing next, which is adding the Milani Crystallize in Gorgeous and Glowing. It's a nice light green shimmer, and I'm using the same brush. It's the concealer brush by e.l.f. Next, we're using the e.l.f. cream liner. This stuff is great. We're also using the e.l.f. gel liner brush. Just get it right in from the center of the eye all the way out to the corner. It's okay if you get a little bit over on the tape. That's why we have it there. So it'll give us that nice angle following the angle of our eye. It's kind of a medium thickness, not too thick, because we don't want to cover up all of that shimmer we have happening. Then we're taking the eyeliner brush by e.l.f. and using Black Heart from the Naked 3 palette. We're using this to set the gel liner on top and also underneath, and to mix it a little bit to keep the eye cohesive. We're using the Shamrock shadow from Milani also. Right in the center to give us a little bit of highlight, we're using that concealer brush by e.l.f. to apply the M.A.C White Frost. And then we'll also follow it up with a little bit of the Milani shadow in Shamrock. Again, my staple that I love so much, the Revlon ColorStay Black Liner. It stays on forever. We're putting that in the waterline. And then we're going to tight line our upper lids. That'll really make your eyes pop. Now for the shimmer shimmer. To kind of embellish all of that glimmer we have on the top of the lid, we'll first take off the scotch tape because we don't really need that anymore. We're putting on Urban Decay's glitter liner in Distortion. It's beautiful. We're actually, when we apply it, we're going to put it over the black liner. So if you, black liner wasn't perfect, it really won't matter because we're going to kind of camouflage that with the shadow we put on to set it earlier, and also this nice glitter liner from Urban Decay. It really catches the light. Right after this, I'm gonna pop on some quick lashes using the Duo Adhesive Clear Blue for our lashes. And I'll leave a list of all the products in my blog, which you can find in the description box below the video. Time for lashes. Once the lashes are on, we're going to use the L'Oreal Double Extend Mascara in black. I have just discovered this stuff. I love it, love it, love it. And we're doing this to kind of adhere my lashes and the fake lashes together. Put it on the bottom as well, a little bit on top. And if you see any little bit of a lash line, go ahead and reapply some of the gel liner and some of the Distortion glitter liner as well, to kind of camouflage. Now to conceal, I use the Twins Concealer Yellow Light under my eyes, and we're going to use the concealer brush by Bare Minerals. And just kind of get under there. It's kind of in like a number 7 that you do it right under the eye and then a little bit longer along the nose to kind of brighten up the under area of the eye. And set it with the Physicians Formula powder and the Fluffy Brush by Physicians Formula. Oh, I just got this. I really like it. It's the NYX Mosaic. I'm using it as a bronzer to kind of contour the cheekbones. And I'm using the e.l.f. contour brush. It's very, very soft, but it does a really good job. But of course, get the top of the temples. And I'm also doing some contouring underneath the chin, any kind of shadow to kind of help the shape of the face. To give us color, I'm using an e.l.f. HD blush in Superstar. It's super pigmented, so make sure that you kind of put it on your hand, blend it in, and I'm using a sponge here to make sure that I don't get it in any areas splotchy. I want to make sure that it just kind of is right above that bronze line. And to kind of meld everything together, I used translucent powder. Here I'm using the NYX lip liner in red to kind of outline the lips. Very, very important when you're having red lips, so you don't have any bleeding or anything. When I put the foundation on my face, I put it a little bit over the lips as well. And now we fill it in with my Lime Crime Velvetine Lip Stain in Red Velvet. This stuff is gorgeous. It goes on very liquidy, but then it goes to a real matte. To highlight, we're using White Frost by M.A.C. Just get the upper cheekbones, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow. Okay, so there you have it, a nice holiday look for Christmas Eve. You could even wear this on New Year's Eve if you wanted to. So if you like, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. You can find all the descriptions of my websites, Twitter, Instagram. I also have my blog, Loliloooo.com. You'll find all the links below. Usually I put everything that is incorporated in these looks, even though I added in the voiceover. I list everything over in my blog, so please take a look. and follow me all over the place, and let's become friends. Okay, have a great holiday. I will be doing my favorites at the end of the month, and hopefully you like this look, and you have a great holiday until the next year. Okay?